Hi everyone, Jared here with Yellow Van Handyman, coming to you live from inside the washing machine. The purpose of this video is to show you how to install a particular seal in, I don't even want to say the model number, but generally this is going to be an HE2 or an HE2plus, replacing the rear seal and bearings. This is a supplement video just for people dealing with this particular issue, because there's a special way that we have to put this seal in because of the size issues with it. So what I'm going to show you today is how to install this seal into the tub right down here. And as you can see down here, I've already installed the new bearings and kind of cleaned up this surface so that it's ready. And the reason that this is different is the inside diameter matches the original seal exactly for what it needs. And so if we look at the shaft down here on the drum, the seal, when it's assembled, is actually going to sit on there like that. And so the seal, the drum shaft literally spins inside of the seal. Now, the purpose of the seal is to protect the bearings, okay? So the bearings don't get water on them, so because that's what causes them to be ruined and cleans out all the grease. And so the problem with this seal is for the HE2 and the HE2plus, and maybe for other models that this might apply to, the outside diameter of this, if you look, it goes in here and it's a little bit sloppy. There's about 2 millimeters of slop. And now I want to make sure that you understand that the only purpose for this seal is to protect these bearings from getting water on them. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to use some marine sealant. You can use some RTV black or blue or whatever. There's no heat necessarily involved here. I'm just using some auto marine sealant, and I'm going to put a bead. Now if you look down here, you'll see that there is a lip, and the seal actually sits up on top of that lip. It doesn't go down in there. And so I'm going to put a bead of silicone right around this edge here above the lip, and I'm going to put it all the way around. Now the purpose for this is really twofold. It's to hold the seal in place exactly where it needs to be, and also to make sure that no water gets in around the outside of the seal. And so now that I've got a nice even bead of silicone all the way around the outside edge, I'm going to take the seal and I'm going to drop it into that, and I'm going to give it just a little bit of a rotation there just to make sure that we get good complete coverage of that silicone. And you'll see that it's kind of starting to come up around the edges just a little bit. Okay, and it's good and solid in there, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and go around the outside edge, and I'm just going to apply a little bit more silicone. Okay, just like this. And that pretty much does it. So we got a nice little bead around there. Again, I'm just using some marine silicone. I'm going to take a towel and just kind of clean this up, just for nothing else, for posterity purposes. It really doesn't matter. And here's the key. Now this is probably the most important thing about this whole installation, is we need to assemble the shaft into that seal right away. You will not be able, we cannot wash clothes for 24 hours, because if you read the label on this, it says it takes 24 hours for the silicone to set. But because there's a 1 millimeter of slop in that seal, we could have it off center right now while the silicone is wet. We want to make sure it's centered up. What's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is to go ahead and stick the drum assembly down through the seal and the bearings, and that will self-center that seal onto this shoulder. And from there, and this just takes a couple of seconds, you just want to slide it in and drop it into place, and we're there. That is now has now definitely centered that seal, it's sitting on the shoulder, and if it was off a 1/2 millimeter or something, it's moved the seal right to exactly where it needs to be, so it's centered up. Okay, I'm giving it a spin. I know we're set all the way down inside the bearings. I can go ahead and finish assembling this now. The key is that I want to make sure I do not wash clothes in this for at least 24 hours, because we want to make sure that that silicone is fully set before we wash any clothes and we have a repair. And I am super excited to finally be able to offer this kit for a bunch of models that we were not able to get the exact size right seal for. These seals are perfect on the inside diameter, a little bit small on the outside diameter. This installation method fixes that. I'm super comfortable putting these kits out there, and very happy that this is going to be as good as the original manufacturer assembly process. So really excited about that. So that's it. Thank you.